Hi, today is July 25th, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1125 for the year, On Riverside. The building had the same brown and yellow brick as the building I grew up in, but this one was on 107th and Riverside and less than half the height of mine. Looked like someone lopped off the top, looked like a short and fat version of my childhood home. I wonder if the apartments inside look anything like where I used to live, and I wonder what it would have been like if I had grown up there, on Riverside. Poem number 1126, The Game of Surrender. It was like they were competing over who could more deeply surrender to the other, over who of the two of them was more willing to completely give themselves over, as if each one was happily drowning in a pool filled with the other, each of them sinking to the bottom of each other, neither one of them ever wanting to ever come up for air, drowning in each other, suffocating, lost and found in each other, not knowing or caring whether it was love or friendship or lust or all three, or more or less, only knowing that they both wanted to both win and lose the game of surrender that they were playing. Poem number 1127, Cries of the Fireflies. About a month ago, one could see swarms of fireflies around sunset. Yesterday evening, I saw only 3, and I heard each of the 3 saying to no one, "Where the fuck is everybody?" Poem number 1128, The Confidence of Clothing. His clothing had so much confidence that he found it intimidating. So much of his closet seemed to be out of his league. Each day there were more and more shirts and pants that he could no longer wear. Even the socks were becoming impossible. And now, today, he had to go out because he was out of vegetables. And he was like, fuck it, the farmer's market is right across the street. And he grabbed some cash and went out naked. And when he returned with the zucchini squash and the rutabagas and the broccolini, he found that he had more confidence than any of his clothing, but he remained naked and bravely made the stir-fry in the wok over very high heat. Poem number 1129, The Embarrassment of Clothing. Most of the clothing was hiding out in the back of the closet. Some of the clothing felt that it was too tight, and some of it thought that it was too loose. There were articles of clothing that felt that they would clash with everything else in the closet, whereas other articles felt too muted and understated. There was a pair of shoes that felt completely misunderstood by the others, and even the right shoe of that pair felt not seen by the left, and vice versa. It was truly a closet full of embarrassment, and yet, when the clothes came out of the closet, all of the shame was gone. Poem number 1130. I think this is the last. Nope, 2 more. Poem number 1130, The Cement. He wanted to be the cement between the bricks. He wanted to be the one holding it all together. He wanted to be the reason the wall was standing. He realized that there was more glory in being the bricks, but part of the way his egocentricity worked was that he thought if he was perceived as humble, he would get more attention and respect. So he focused his energy on keeping his head down and being a worker among workers, on being the cement. And he succeeded. He held it all together. He became the reason the wall was standing. And when people passed by, they all said, "What an extraordinary wall of bricks," and none of them mentioned the cement. And he was so angry he could cry. And last poem of the day, poem number 1131, Dismantled. There was a desire to be dismantled, and to have some parts placed on the mantel, and others in the cupboards and cabinets, and some parts packed into boxes, and some buried in the backyard, and some stored in the attic and the basement, and some to be put in suitcases, and then to be put into the trunks of cars and planes and boats and trains. And when the parts had been spread out thoroughly, there would be a desire to be recollected and reunited and reassembled, because sometimes it is simply impossible to leave well enough alone. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.